Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. We have a pretty good pack to start. There's nothing broken, but a few solid options. There is Mana Leak. Leading with a 2-mana counterspell is always good. You could take a fetchable land or a fetch land. I would definitely take the fetch first, though. Windswept Teeth is not the best fetch land, but it's still a fetch land. Path to Exile is very premium removal, but we're going to take the Jite here. It's close, but Umezawa's Jite is very, very good. It single-handedly wins the creature matchups, and it goes into pretty much any deck. It's just a very strong, versatile card. So we'll take that. Now what? There's a lot of good options. If we take in Windswept Teeth, we could take Omnath and go in that direction, or Wrenn and 6. Like that is a good deck. But I don't think that's where we should go right now with a GT start. Could take Volcanic Island, always a good card. Could just take one of these red cards. I like them both a lot. I don't actually know which one would be better to take, but that's one option. Could take the Elite Spellbinder, but I think the red cards are better. But I'm kind of leaning toward just taking the Volcanic Island here. Tends to be, you think of this as a mono-white card, but it goes into other decks too, and especially taking it early, we can prioritize creatures like Vendilion Click and Brazen Borrower and stuff like that if we're playing blue. Could also just take Portend or Treachery, but I think I'm going to take the Volcanic Island here. Yeah, close pick, but I think that's a good pickup. Now we could take... One option is Magda. It's a creature to hold the GT. Making treasures is pretty nice. Yeah, that's one option. If we were on the Windswept Teeth Omnath plan, we would take Zytor's Proving Ground, I think. Could take Selfless Spirit, but that's not that good. Somewhat late Derogatory Speaker, but I think I like taking the Magda. It's not a broken card, but it works really well in these sort of like blue-red tempo decks. Yeah, I'll take this. Now, pretty easy Spell Pierce, I think. Koth and Goldspan Dragon are both reasonable options as well. But Spell Pierce is very, very good interaction, and pretty much any deck wants this. You also could take Gideon here, but I think I'm going to take the 1-mana interaction. Okay, now we have a few options. There is Suspicious Stowaway, which is a really nice card. It's especially good with GT, just unblockable, hit them every turn, put your counters on it. 2 solid red cards here, but I think we take the Zealous Conscripts. We could be twin. We're in blue-red, most likely. And then there's also just a good card on its own, especially against Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'll take the Conscripts. Alright, not bad. We can take in a Braid now. Runaway Steamkin could be good depending on our build. I love Kolagon's Command, but it's... And we might end up playing black, but I don't think we want to take that this early, or like right here when there's a premium 2-mana interactive spell. And then Expansion Explosion usually wheels. It's a card that I would potentially be willing to play. If you can play Explosion, this card is pretty solid. It's reasonable to main deck. But yeah, pretty easy to Braid here. That's a really nice pickup. Now there's a Factor Fiction, a Mizzium Mortars, and a Spire Bluff Canal. And I think we got to take the Canal. I do like Factor Fiction a lot, but fixing is really important. And especially if we're playing a little bit more of a tempo game, a 4-mana card that doesn't impact the board is less good. It's still a good card that I would play if I had it, but I think a nice piece of fixing is worth taking here. Yeah, we'll do that. Red looks pretty open, so I think we're going to have plenty of playables. Ooh, Faithless Looting is good, and Thundermaw Hellkite's fine, but we'll take a late Pestermite, speculatively. The fact that this is going so late is a good sign. Every single person in the draft passed Pestermite, so I think if someone opens a Splinter Twin later, we're likely to get it. Yeah, that's kind of sweet. I haven't drafted Twin yet this cube iteration. There's Badlands, which is fine, but it doesn't help with the Twin combo at all. I think I'm just going to take Avalanche Riders. It's a good card. If we get Imperial Recruiter, we can find it with that. You can play this with Splinter Twin, and it's also just like a solid creature that interacts and carries a GT. You don't normally see Omnath Wheel. Swift Spear is fine, but pretty easy Portend here. That is really nice. You don't see this card going that late very often. This deck seems sweet. I really like this start. Now we get Trinket Mage versus Duretti. We're not playing Field of the Dead. Duretti's just kind of bad. It can loot. think I'll take the Trinket Mage, though. It doesn't do anything yet, but it could get there. We could get a Mox or something, and then it's pretty good in that situation. Now, I actually think blue-red is a good Goldspan Dragon color combination. Koth is fine, too, but I'm going to take the Dragon. Making mana is very good if you have Counter Magic or if you have card draw. Just a solid card. Now we can take a late Abbot of Carol Keep. Passing on the Grixis. We're not getting Kolaghan's Command. We have no black cards. Like, we've seen a couple somewhat tempting cards, but I don't think it's worth it to go in that direction. Now, Runaway Steamkin is, I think, not good enough. It could get there depending on how heavy red we are, but I want to get a reasonable amount of blue as well, and Expansion Explosion is potentially very good. It might start on the board, but it's great against decks that are playing Ancestral Recall or Time Walk or things like that. And if we happen to get those cards, then it becomes very good as well. Ooh. Probably got to take the Mox here. I love Fractured Identity, but we have no fixing for white. Yeah, we'll just take the Mox. Great pack all around, though. Riftwind Cloudscape would be very good in this deck. This is the perfect deck for this card. Snapcaster Mage is good, and then Glorybringer is excellent. I think that's what I would take without the Mox, but we'll just take the Mox. Plays with the Trinket Mage. Just a good card all around. Some solid black cards. So, I mean, this whole time we could have just done Grixis, and that would have been reasonable. But I think I'm just going to take the Unholy Heat here. We don't have that much removal, and this card is cheap. It interacts. It's just really good. Yeah, the Reality Chip could be a decent value play. Repeal's okay interaction, but I think Unholy Heat's just pretty much exactly what we wanted. Now we can take, I think, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Both of these blue cards are decent, especially Force of Negation. There's a Teferi, which I love. Sword of Fire and Ice, but this makes two bodies, it loots, and then the reflection of the Kiki Jiki doesn't go infinite with like Zealous Conscripts or things like that, but you can pay 1 mana to make a copy. So like pay 1, make a Zealous Conscript, untap this, pay 1. So basically you can turn each mana into a 3/3 with haste. And that's often enough to win. So pretty nice combo, and then there's a good value play even without the combo, so we will take it. I really like the look of this deck. Personally, we're looking for the usual suspects, like cheap cantrips, cheap counter magic, cheap burn spells, just like interaction. Imperial Recruiter is another really good one. Also, Seasoned Pyromancer would be good. The Twin combo. We also don't have that much card draw. Jace is an option as well, but I think in this deck, Imperial Recruiter is the better play. Although it might come around. It's very close. So Recruiter can grab Pestermite, and if we get Kiki Jiki, then it can grab the combo. It can also get Avalanche Riders, some other stuff. But Jace is a better card in general. But Jace can't carry Jite very well. Very close, but I think I'm going to take the Jace and try and wheel the Imperial Recruiter. Red is pretty open. I think there's someone playing like a red aggressive deck, and they'll take Fire Blast hopefully over the Recruiter. It's close. If the Recruiter doesn't come around, I'll kind of regret this pick, but it's but Jace is really good. Now I think I'm going to take the Mire. I do like Preordain a lot and Consecrated Sphinx, but we're going to have tons of playables, so fixing the mana is a worthwhile investment. Painful to pass a Preordain that late, but it's fine. Alright, nice. We get the Twin. Prismatic Vista would be good fixing, but we just took some fixing. Twin might come around, but there's just no reason to risk it. It's so much better than... Like, if we had horrible fixing, maybe it would be close, but easy Twin. And now we can take an Arid Mesa, and the mana is starting to look phenomenal here. Relic of Progenitus is a good sideboard card, and Underworld Breach is kind of interesting. You can play this just for value, but I'll definitely take the Mesa. So I want to make sure that my my face is not blocking the screen. Wow. Got the Pyro. Treasure Cruise is good too, but pretty easy young Pyromancer. This card is great. And this deck is just phenomenal. Alright, I think I'll take Glorybringer over Riftwing. It's close, but Glorybringer just wins games. Yeah, I'll take that. We'll We'll take the reality chip and side it in and controlling matchups. It's pretty slow, but it is a really good value engine in the long game. Whoa, Teferi came around. I also think there's something we wanted from this pack that didn't come around. Goblin Electromancer is bad, so let's just take Teferi. Speculatively. We have 2 fetches, so if we were to get, like, the Jeskai Trio, then we could definitely splash Teferi. I'm really liking the look of this deck. I guess our interaction is still a bit lacking. We have 3 cheap interactive spells, a Braid, Spell Pierce, and Unholy Heat. Bummer. Okay, we get the Fire Blast, not the Imperial Recruiter. That's too bad, but it's not the end of the world. Now we can take, I think, Eidolon for the sideboard. And we can bring that in against slow decks. Tezzeret and Last Pick. Ooh, Last Pick Breach is actually maybe good. Probably not in the main deck, but good card to have access to. Okay, pretty easy counterspell here. That's a good pickup. I was talking about how I wanted interaction, and this is that. Beaumont Courier is fine. Brainstorm, Wasteland. Inspiring Vantage could enable the Teferi. Mox Diamond's okay, but yeah, definitely taking the counterspell. That's a very good pickup. And I think our mana is good enough to support that without too much trouble. Alright, not a broken pack, but it's a solid one. We could take... I don't think we're doing Tinker at this point. We have 1 Mox Jet and a GT, but that's not enough. Phantasmal Image is decent, but I think... Well, Actually, yeah, this is a really good Phantasmal Image deck. Time Warp is good in these sorts of decks too, and I would play it, but the fact that this plays so well with Seasoned Pyromancer, so well with Avalanche Riders, Glorybringer, Goldspan, Zealous Conscripts, like, most of our creatures are powerful and non-legendary, and then you can also, copy your opponent's Iona sometimes, or Palace Jailer. So, yeah, we'll take this. Sorry, Time Warp. Okay. Now I think we take Mystic Confluence. There's Hallowed Fountain, which would give us... I mean, I guess Arid Mesa already gets white. Hell Rider's fine. Grim Monolith is fine. But yeah, let's take the Confluence. That's a really good card. And now we get Miscalculation. I mean, yeah, this deck is open. Our colors are open, and this deck is good. We'll take the Miscalc. Wow. Ha! Kiki and Deceiver Exarch in the same pack. So we want the Kiki Jiki more. So we're going to take that. I do hope that the Exarch comes around. And I think it will. But yeah, pretty easy Kiki. Do we want Narset or Chain Lightning? All right, let's narrow down this down and see what we're playing. So probably not playing Trigger Mage, not playing that. Maybe cutting Goldspan at this point. We're pretty even between creatures and spells. I think I'm going to take the Chain Lightning, though. Narset's good. Oh, Narset is really good. And we don't have that much card draw. But we also don't have that much burn. And I want to keep a low curve. Yeah, I'm going to take the Chain Lightning. Close pick, though. Okay. Ketria Triome is a blue-red land. But there's also DRC and Sower. And this is a good DRC deck. I think, though, still I should take the Fixing. This is our only tapped land, so there's almost no downside of playing it. And we're going to have so many spells. Yeah, it's close, but we're going to take this card. Ooh, a late Layla. That's awesome. This card is really strong. Young Pyromancer could be okay here, but Layla's better. Okay, there's a Beaumont Courier. I think we're off the white plan at this point, even though I do love Teferi. So I'll take this, and then we can bring it in matchups where we want to be aggressive. But we're not emptying our hand particularly quickly, so I don't think it's great in the main deck. GT looks good here. Yeah, I mean, this deck all around is just very good. We have a pretty redundant combo. The weakness is that we don't have good card draw. Let's see. I don't think there's any need to splash green. We're not splashing white, so I'll take the Char. But yeah, we don't have that much card draw, so sometimes we just won't be able to draw. We'll draw the rolling half of our deck, but it still seems like a really good position to be in. I don't think we're ever playing Thassa's Oracle, and I also don't think we're going to play Teferi. So I'm actually going to take the Hell Rider, and we can side into a more aggressive deck if we're playing against Storm or something like that. Okay, are we playing 17 lands here? 17 lands and a Mox Jet. I think right now I would play 17 lands, but if we got a good cheap card, then we could change that. Like, yeah, I'll take the Voltaic Visionary and play that over the 17th land. This is a really good card. Oh, and then there's the Deceiver Exarch that we're hoping to wheel. We'll see about that one. Nice. All right. We have a plan. There's a nice Goblin Guide for the... Oh, whoa! Last pick DRC. Okay. Let's take a look at this. We need to make some cuts. So I want to play 16 lands, so we need to make 2 cuts. I definitely don't think it's any of these. I'm going to play the Channeler. I don't think it's any of these. Abbott's good, Abrad's good. Could cut Magda or Voltaic Visionary. Maybe Magda first. And then, actually, I might just cut Glorybringer. Oh, we can cut Avalanche Riders. It's good, but not essential. And then Glorybringer or one of the 2 drops, probably. And Glorybringer's probably too good to cut, so I'll cut the Magda. It's close, but I think that's the right play. Magda's better with a higher curve and more card draw, so in this situation, the mana generation is less important. Alright, now we'll split by color and see what we're looking at. Okay, so a little bit heavier red. This would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. That seems great. Yeah, we'll just run it like this. I think this deck is going to be very consistent. Infinite combo, solid interaction. The lack of card draw could be an issue, but I would be pretty surprised, honestly, if this deck doesn't trophy. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, we have our opponent for round 1. We're playing some blue-red twin. And we're on the draw, but with a keepable hand. We don't have much in the way of the twin combo, but a lot of good threats, counterspell, perfect mana. We'll definitely be keeping this. Bloodstained Mire only... Oh, wait, we can grab the Triome with Bloodstained Mire if we want to. Or we could just hold it and grab a mountain later. We don't really need the 3rd blue. Let's see what we draw. Okay. Selfless Spirit. Cannot Spell Pierce that. Alright, we need to draw some lands. This hand is kind of developing awkwardly, especially if this... Oh, no! Well, that's pretty bad. Hopefully we get a Spell Pierce thing here, but it doesn't look like we will. And now we don't even have Counterspell available. I think I'm just going to play Phantasmal Image copying the Selfless Spirit. It's really not great, but we don't have... I mean, we could also just hold up Spell Pierce and fetch a tapped land, but I want to play something to the board here. If they kill this, that's fine. I just don't want to be taking hits and not doing anything with my mana, especially if we don't hit more lands. So hopefully we can just trade these off. We can't use the GTA with the Phantasmal Image, but that's fine. Alright, they do attack. I don't think that's a good attack, but I'll very happily accept this trade. We draw land. Nice. Okay, so let's play land, go. And then we're going to plan on Deceiver Exarch to tap their Golem. Actually, I'm going to tap one of their lands because the Exarch blocks, well, they can't really attack through this. And we can't combo, but if we draw land, we can play and equip GTA, which would be very good. They have no attacks. Skull Clamp. Okay, that's fine. Land. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, let's play the Channeler and then play the GTA. Looking for land or Splinter Twin. Not looking for Pestermite. Council Judgment. Okay, so they're gonna. Oh, they take away the GT. So we're still threatening the combo kill with Exarch. They can equip there and swing for 4, and we can't really do much about it. But then we can play Layla and hit back. And I think this is a game we can win. We draw the land too. That's good, but let's still play Layla first. They have spell or Man Tide. That's sad, but I don't want to play the land first. If we hit a land with Layla, we want to be able to play it. Swing. Well, that means we can't hold up Spell Pierce, but I think that's fine. They have a lot of lands anyways. So, Mountain, go. And then next turn we have Glorybringer if we want to play it. Alright, they're drawing cards, which is decent, but if they're not playing to the board, it doesn't matter. We also have 2 draws that just win. If we ever find Kiki or Splinter Twin. They just pass. Okay, I think we just go for Glorybringer and then attack with everything. Yeah. They're going to get to draw 2 more cards, but that's fine. We're hitting them for quite a bit of damage. So yeah, we'll exert, and then that's 10 points of damage, so they go to 5. Attack and exert, attack, attack, attack. The only thing we could hit off Layla here would be Mox Jet. That'd be kind of sweet if we hit it, but it's too... Oh, that's really funny. Well, sure, we'll take the free card. Not only does this give us an extra mana, but it lets us surveil too. Abrade. That seems worth it. Let's keep that. No play end of turn, so they need something pretty drastic here. And they're playing mono white, so there's not that many things they could have. Like, Armageddon obviously helps us. They could play Elspeth and Minus, or Sun Titan, bring back Blade Splicer. Okay, that's good. That's definitely good. So, how do we want to do this? I think I'm going to start by attacking with everything. Or do we want to attack with just Layla? So if we can Abrade, if we play Abrade and then surveil a land into the graveyard, Dragon's Rage Chandler would gain flying, or surveil a non-land, non-creature, non-instant, I guess, into the graveyard. That would be really good. But, very, very close. Glorybringer will kill them pretty quickly. I think I'm going to attack with Layla, and then plan on using Abrade to kill the Sun Titan. Island, okay. Okay, this is better for us because we get to just kill an extra thing. We're going to Abrade the Sun Titan, so we need to deal 3 damage to that. So yeah, we'll stack it like this. Or no, we'll do it like this. Yeah, this works. Kill the Blade Splicer and put 4 damage on the Sun Titan. And we'll go 3 damage here. Surveil. Okay, we'll leave that on top, of course. And now I really can't see a way that they win. We have a infinite combo on top of our library. We have tons of counter magic. We're ahead in the race. They do have Skull Clamp going, but I don't think that matters. Black Lotus. Okay. Karmic Guide. Alright, let's counter this. So they're playing mono white, but they're playing a bigger version of it. They have a decent amount of expensive stuff, which helps us, I think. The thing we don't want is just hyper aggro, like turn one, like land, Black Lotus, Usher of the Fallen, Blade Splicer, and just pressure us. That's what we don't want. But we're on the draw here against mono white. These cards are all reasonable considerations. What do we not want? Let's see. GT is good. The interaction is good. We could maybe cut Voltaic Visionary. We could actually maybe cut Layla. She was good there. But actually, let's just run it back. I think all these cards are fine, but the main deck is just so streamlined and powerful, so we'll run this again. On the play, I might bring in an extra land if they're playing Wasteland, but on the draw, 16 lands plus a Mox is fine. Alright, great hand. We will keep it. We need some more lands, but turn 1 DRC is a good start. Hopefully they don't have Wasteland. Oh no, that's way worse than Wasteland. We'll see what it is. Are they going to have the exact same start that I said I didn't want them to have? No, just the Splicer. Okay, so that's good, but it's not that good. We can play Phantasmal Image and copy Blade Splicer next turn. Interesting. They don't offer the trade. They should have done that, I think. Okay, I'm going to grab blue-red here and just drop a nice Phantasmal Image into play. Urza's Saga, okay. Selfless Spirit, yeah. I mean, this is fine. I'll accept this trade. Sure. Interesting. I think I'm going to play Pyro here over holding up counter magic. Because I think there's a decent chance they just use Urza Saga. And with Splinter Twin in hand, I want to dig towards combo pieces. So let's bottom these two, or discard those two. Make some dudes, and then swing for one. Splinter Twin on Seasoned Pyromancer is a pretty good line too, actually. We don't even need to go for the combo kill, but the combo kill would be better. Lion Sash, okay, that's pretty bad. Let's go land, Visionary, and then hold up Counterspell. We don't have attacks, really. We could send everything, let them kill the one thing and hit them for 4, but that just doesn't seem worth it, especially when we're already like kind of on the defensive. We don't need to be aggressive here. Alright, they can start drawing a lot of cards. Extraction Specialist. Okay, definitely want to counter this. Bringing back Selfless Spirit would be annoying. And do we get Delirium? Zealous Conscripts. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's an infinite combo in 2 turns. So now what we're going to do is play land, play the Conscripts, steal the Golem, and attack with everything. And that's a lot of pressure. So they can't really just sit back and play Draw Go against this. They'll definitely trade something. I mean, yeah, this lets them make some semi-favorable trades. Voltaic Visionary and Dragon's Rage Chandler are both better than their dinky little creatures, but they do have Skull Clamp going. Alright, so go to 7. We have the infinite combo in hand. That should be game. Weird. Okay, that's just a weird play. Um, but yeah, we'll combo them off, I guess. I don't think we need this combo to win, but in fact, are they just dead on board with? Oh, whatever. We'll just do the thing. Splinter Twin. All right. So we decimate mono white in round 1. I'll see you in round 2. All right, we have our opponent for round 2. 1-0 with Twin and hoping to extend the winning. And this hand's good. We'll definitely keep it. All our colors, 2 cheap interactive spells, some card selection, and 1 of the combo pieces. It's missing a burn spell, so if they play turn 1 Ragavan, we're in rough shape, but hopefully they're playing something a little slower. I think a well-made Twin deck is probably the best deck in the format. This is not the best version of it because our card draw is so weak, but you just get like the best of cheap blue interaction for spells, the best of red cheap interaction for creatures, a lot of card draw, a couple good proactive threats, and then an infinite combo that can go over the top of anything. You're missing like ways to deal with huge creatures, but still, that's fine. Okay, Derogatory Speaker is scary. Hopefully we draw a burn spell soon. Oh my gosh. Well, deal. That's best case scenario too, because it's an instant, so they're probably going to put all of their mana into this Tree Speaker, and then we can blow them out. So we traded 1 mana for 3. Alright, and I'm going to take this turn to stick the Jace. I think their threats get a lot scarier starting on turn 4, when they can play Planeswalkers, Questing Beasts. Like, Augur of Autumn's fine, but not that scary. And now we have a nice engine going. Let's just play land and pass. Okay, I'm going to loot and then almost definitely spell pierce this. Okay, let's discard Abbot and spell pierce. Kind of weird that they didn't attack. Okay, great draw. So let's go land, Voltaic Visionary, and then pass. And so now if they play something we want to counter, we're going to loot first. And then, so that we don't flip our Jace. Because we might as well just get an extra loot out of our Jace since we're not using the loyalty ability on their turn either way. Okay, crop rotation. I think I will counter that just to set them back on mana. I don't really know what land they're trying to get with this. But that seems good to just slow down their development. Okay, I'm going to discard Jite. It's a good card, but that's not really the type of game we're trying to play right now. It's also an extra card type for the Unholy Heat. Hopefully we can get Delirium so that will kill their thing. Okay, so let's loot again. Discard Triome. We have Delirium, so we can flashback Unholy Heat to kill their thing. Yeah, let's do that. And this takes them off of a mana because they have the Guy's Cradle. So now they're down to 3 lands. Then we will... Oh, whoops, not that. We'll play Layla. And attack with both. Alright, sweet, we'll play that. So we're ahead on mana. We have a lot of pressure on the board. We have a Jace. They just have 2 cards and 4 mana. Discard Progenitus. Okay, so they probably have Natural Order. That's good to know about. We don't have any answers to that other than just comboing them out. So they're probably just getting like a 1-drop elf here. Birds of Paradise, sure. Okay, I think I'm going to use Voltaic Visionary here. It grows the Layla, and it also just lets us dig towards a combo piece. Alright, let's play Portend, targeting them. No, they can shuffle. We'll target ourselves. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, so we'll go Mountain, Moxjet, Kiki Jiki. No, we won't shuffle. So then we're gonna do a weird Kiki Jiki post combat here. We're gonna attack with Layla, exile the Kiki, and then the cards that are on top now we don't want. So we're gonna shuffle them away with Bloodstained Mire. So plus here. And we'll cast the Kiki. And then at the end of their turn we can make a Volt Charged Berserker. Alright, sweet. So we take down mono green. Go into game 2. What do we want to change? Goldspan Dragon is pretty good because it pressures their planeswalkers and makes mana. Burn spells are always going to be decent, although Char is a bit expensive. And then messing up their mana is good too. So I think these are the cards that are considerations. Are there any cards in the main deck that we don't want? Layla is, again, this isn't the best Layla matchup because they have beefy creatures. But I don't really, like, bringing in an expensive card on the draw doesn't seem great. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. We'll submit again. Abbot of Carroll Keep is probably first on the chopping block, and we could cut that for any of these three, but we'll keep our card draw. They are unlikely to have good interaction for our combo, so everything that just digs us closer to our combo is going to be pretty nice. If only we had a red source. Voltaic Visionary could dig for us. It's so close. If we draw a second land, any land in the deck would be good. Second blue or second red. I think I'm going to risk it because 2 burn spells is so good. But it is close, and this hand has a fail rate. And given that they went to 5, I kind of wish we had just mulliganed because an average 6 could beat them. Okay, they have the 1-drop. Can we draw a red source? Yes! That's really good. I will Unholy Heat, I think. Save Chain Lightning in case they play something with 3 toughness. I think I'm just gonna... It's close. I'm going to play the Visionary. There's a strong argument for just killing this again, but I'm not that afraid of something they play this turn, and we want to be progressing our own plan. Like, if we just don't draw lands for a couple turns, then we could fall behind pretty quickly. Oh my gosh, max punished. Maximum pun... Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, we lose an avoidable loss. Take out both of our lands. Is there any way we can win from this position? Probably not. Maybe if we draw perfectly and hit Deceiver Exarch to tap it. Oh! That's a plan. I think we're actually just dead, though. Right, because they exile 20 cards. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, if only we killed the Arborel if we win this game. But yeah, I actually think we can't win. Because even if we, there's no draw. We could make our own Ulamog, but that's not enough. Very, very frustrating loss. I blew that. We were on the draw. Okay, well, we lose game 2. Let's not get on tilt. They have Channel. We didn't know that. It's good to know. Magda's kind of interesting. It lets us accelerate. I might actually cut Glorybringer. It's decent, but that's not really the game we want to play. I think this is pretty much all about the combo. So I'll bring in the Magda to speed up, and we will run it like this. Alright, good hand. We only have one blue, but that's fine. Man, they multiply. We drew our mountain on the first turn. I was like, this is unlosable. That's kind of weird. I don't know what they're laughing about here. I guess the fact that we had a burn spell for their elf. Oh, unholy. I guess the fact that specifically unholy heat. Sure. Okay, let's go. Land, Jace, pass. They could channel us here. If they have it again, they have us. Okay, they don't have channel, but they have Orphelos, which is close to as scary. We will loot. Nice. That was a good draw. So let's discard Mountain, and then I'm going to main phase of Braid this. Get the Triumph, play tapped, and pass. And now this is the key turn of the game. If they don't do anything terrible this turn, we can hold up counter magic for the rest of the game. Okay, they just green sense for 2. That's not scary. Synchro Tribe Elder is fine. Yeah, this is looking great. So let's loot. Discard. I actually think we're discarding Fable here. I don't love it, because Fable would be good, but I want to hold up counter magic. So plus, play this and pass. They don't do anything, so I think I will cycle this because I really want to hit another land drop. And I have Mystic Confluence up. Okay, so that Magda could have been a Glorybringer. Draw. Land. Jite. Okay. It's not too bad. Actually, well, the Jite is bad, but the Magda's kind of good here, actually. So grab another mountain, play this, plus, and pass. And the Jace is actually kind of threatening to ultimate. Garrick. Okay, I will counter this. We draw the land. Plus, land, swing for 2. Not going to play the Jite here, just holding a Mystic Confluence. Kogla. Okay, I think it's worth countering that too. Counter, draw, draw. Alright, sweet. So we take down Mono Green. The only game we lost was when they mulled to 5, and then we had 2 removal spells for the elves. But we are 2-0. I'll see you in the finals. Alright, we have our opponent for the finals. Playing some Blue-Red Twin. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but our deck's great, so I think we can win still. I'll keep this. There's some awkward cards here. Jite is not looking good. And honestly, this hasn't been very good all league. But we have a cheap interactive spell. Fable of the Mirror Breaker can help sift through our deck to find some better cards. Ooh. What's their 1-drop? Relic of Progenitus. If that's it, that's fine. But if they have Signet too, that would be bad. Okay, yeah. Actually, I'm not scared at all of that. I don't think we have a single graveyard card in our deck. Coalition Relic. That's a lot scarier. And then our Fiend's Tower and pass. It's close. We could play the Abbot. We could save the Abbot. No, I'm going to play the Abbot. Best case scenario, we hit the Mox Jet. That's not that likely, but okay. Counterspell, we really didn't want to draw that, so that kind of works. And then next turn, if we don't hit our land, we can Phantasmal Image to copy the Abbot and have another look. But the problem is they have a ton of mana, so we'll see what they do here. We don't have a way to blow up an artifact. Phantasmal Image is good against something like Wormcoil Engine. We'll see what their play is. Walking Ballista for 1. That's fine. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is a broken blue artifact deck, and we have pretty terrible artifact destruction. We only have 1 Abrade. We don't have DAC or anything like that. Consecrated Sphinx. Well, we can actually make our own Sphinx here, but we need to draw land. Okay, given that we drew land, I actually don't hate this position. We need to kill this so that they can't kill our Phantasmal Image. And this is like, they get a 2-for-1 here. They're like way up. They're way up in most ways. They have a ton more mana than us. And they get like a nice 2-for-1 there. But if we get to start drawing a ton of cards off of this Phantasmal Image, we could find our combo and win pretty easily from there. So, and also if they're playing mono blue, they're unlikely to have great ways to deal with the Sphinx. So we draw 2, then they can choose to draw 2 if they want. And if they do, we draw 2 more, and we can just sort of like both spiral up. And I mean, they're doing it. I'm fine with doing it too. I think this favors the player with the infinite combo in their deck. Are we down to just like literally keep going? Like, how much do we want to draw here? I will draw 2 more. Okay, Braid is nice. Do I keep going still? I think so. This is a weird game, but I just want to find my combo. We still have not found a single piece, actually, which is kind of insane. I don't really see any reason not to keep drawing if we have more triggers that we can draw for. Still, I mean, we still don't have our combo. How is all of our pieces just at the very bottom? We have 5 combo pieces that are all in the bottom few cards. They're saying no to their triggers now. I'll say yes again. Still none. This is insane. Okay, there's a Kiki Jiki. I'll hold here. Or will I hold here, actually? We still don't have the other half of the combo. We're not threatening a kill. Next, yeah, I'll draw 2 more. Okay, there's the Exarch. Now I'll hold. Now we have the cards we were looking for. Oh, we actually didn't even have any to say no to. That's funny. We wanted to do all of them. So we have 22 cards in our hand. We really want to find Mox Jet. If we get Mox Jet, then we could go Abrade the Kill Coalition Relic and Deceiver Exarch to tap to Larian Academy. Although if we Abrade the Deceiver Exarch, they don't even have, or if we Abrade the Relic, Academy doesn't even make that much mana. So we'll see what they do here. They obviously drew a bunch of cards as well. There's a lot of things that would be pretty devastating here. Starting with a Time Walk. Oh, sure. This is small ball. They're scared of our Consecrated Sphinx. We just drew 20 cards. We don't need to draw more cards with it. Okay, this is a really weak play from them. The scary thing is just counter magic, which they are likely to have access to some of here. I'm not going to draw again. Okay, so we need to decide exactly how much we want, or like, yeah, there's obviously a lot of options here when we have this many cards in hand. The scary thing is counter magic. Spell Pierce not bad. Hmm. So we only have one mana burn spell. I think what I'm gonna do is just go land, kill Walking Ballista, pass. Yeah. This might look a little weird, but I think we want to have the element of surprise with the Deceiver Exarch here. They don't know about it, and I think that's a great strength. This also lets us hold up Miscalculation and Spell Pierce and Abrade for a lot of interaction. Yeah, we'll do that, and then pass, go to discard, and obviously pitch a ton of things. So we'll discard 1, 2, 3. We can discard all the lands except for maybe one. We can discard Jite, discard Layla, we'll take Visionary, Glorybringer, Fable, Jace, Portend. I guess second land. And then I think I do want the Pyro. I like the Confluence. I like the Miscalc. All of the rest of the cards I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have to discard one more. I think it's going to be Pyromancer. Alright. So we got to basically just pick our ideal hand, other than the Mox Jet. Too bad that we didn't hit that. But, yeah, our hand's good. We have the infinite combo in hand. So we'll see what they can do here. Best case scenario, they just slam something like Ugin and like set up for later. If they play something that we need to counter this turn, we might not be able to play Deceiver Exarch. If they tap out for like Karn, we could potentially go Exarch, untap our own land, and then play Spell Pierce. But this is, yeah, I mean, this has been a crazy game so far, and there's a lot that could happen. They have a bunch of mana and a bunch of cards. Monastery Mentor is exactly what we wanted them to have, though. They still have some mana there with the Tolarian Academy. There's a Signet, okay. Please tap that Tolarian Academy. There's a Saga, alright. I mean, obviously they're going to win if we don't combo kill them. But they tap their Academy. Okay, that's really good for us. Portend targeting me. Yeah, doesn't matter. We don't need any good cards on top of our library. We have everything we need in our hand. They still have Izzet Signet, so they could have a counterspell, but it's making it much less likely. I wish we had a Force of Will. Nice, tapping out. Okay, pretty much anything is fine here. Even a Time Walk we could counter. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, yeah, this should be game. They could have Force of Will, but if they don't have Force of Will, this is going to be GG. They have a lot of permanents for turn 5, but we're going to have infinite permanents. What a game. Wow. Alright, Seavex Arc. And then hopefully they don't make us click through it. It's Force of Will or Bust. That's the only card in the entire format that would do it here. Oh, they could have Snuff Out, I guess, but I don't think that's the case. Play Kiki Jiki. And this is why we kept on saying yes to the Consecrated Sphinx. We really wanted to set up the combo kill as soon as fast as possible. And we get there. That was awesome. Double Consecrated Sphinx on turn 4. That was just really, really sweet. Yeah, we take it down. How do they... Oh, yeah, they kind of went off. They had Mishra's Workshop and then Coalition Relic. So that's how they got the Sphinx down so quickly. All right, so playing against mono blue artifacts. Their deck looks great, but they might be light on counter magic. Let's definitely bring in Avalanche Riders to hit Tolarian Academy. Goldspan Dragon's an option. Magda's an option. Expansion Explosion also seems reasonable. This isn't really a GT matchup. It's also not really a Glorybringer matchup. I think we're pretty much all in on the combo here. And that all help. These cards all help us with the combo. What do we not want? Voltaic Visionary and Abbot are both okay card draw. Goldspan Dragon's probably a bit too expensive on the draw. Maybe we just don't play Expansion Explosion then. Yeah, we'll run like this. I want to have a low curve. Alright, that was wow, I'm still kind of reeling from just that being such an epic game 1. Hopefully game 2 is equally epic with a similar end result. Alright, good hand. Chain Lightning doesn't look amazing here. And there's an argument for cutting some of our removal, but I think this is worth keeping. Spell Pierce, good draw. So we're probably just going to play Seasoned Pyromancer next turn. Alright, awesome. So we get to go Spell Pierce there, 2-drop into Pyromancer, discarding most likely Chain Lightning plus a land. We'll see what we draw. Hopefully we draw like a bad spell. Pestermite. I'm actually going to discard the Pestermite. That might look a little bit weird given that I just said we really wanted the combo. But given this start, I actually think we could just go for the beatdown plan. They had a slower start. We had a fast start. I like this position. Ballista for 1. That's fine. So let's attack with everything to start. And then we can play Phantasmal Image copying the Seasoned Pyromancer. Or... Actually, I think it might be better just to get the Fable down first. Yeah, we'll get the Fable down first. The Phantasmal Image doesn't really add much pressure because we would be discarding lands and not adding much to the board. Karn, Scion, and Verge. Okay, that's fine. They make it 2-2 and pass. Alright, a lot of lands here. That's not great. We will discard some of them. Jeez. Alright. Let's play the Abbot. Jace, I think that seems fine. So we'll go land. Attack. Everything at Karn. And then we can use the treasure to play Jace plus Phantasmal Image, which is kind of sweet. I'm happy they're not killing the Seasoned Pyromancer here. So let's play the Jace. Well, I guess, actually, we'll just start with Phantasmal Image. Theoretically, it could change what we play. Alright. We'll play the Jace. Mentor's fine. We can flashback Chain Lightning. Ooh, good draw. Ha! They just concede. All right, sweet. So we take it down. Let's pull up the deck list. We're also rising the trophy leaderboard up to 16 there, so very close to third. I don't think, I mean, first and second are out of reach, but we could get third, which would be kind of fun, especially given that I didn't play for the first half. This was our blue-red twin deck, and it was a masterpiece. Don't mean to brag, but it was just sweet. Let's start with the mana base. We had 5 dual lands, so we could very easily support Counterspell and Kiki Jiki. That's super important. I think 4 would have been fine too. Like, you want at least 3, and then 4 is good. And then, but at 5, you're like shocked if you ever have mana issues. There was once or twice where we had only red, but like it was not much of a problem. So that's good. Next, the cheap interaction, very good again. We had 2 1-mana burn spells and a 2-mana burn spell. We had 2 2-mana counter spells and 1-mana counter spell. So 6 cheap interactive cards. And then we had a lot of good cheap threats that pressure the opponent and almost create a little sub game. So like when you play Layla, that's a sub game. Like it's drawing card, they have to kill it, it's growing. When you play Jace, like it can like flip, loot, flashback spells. Like they can all do such different things that the opponent can get caught up with like, oh, I want to like deal with this Fable of the Mirror Breaker and not get 2 for 1. And while they're busy fighting that or fighting your GT, then you can just set up the combo kill. And we won a lot of games via combo. We didn't have any games where it was just like land go, land counter, land Deceiver X Arc, Splinter Twin. Like no turn 4 kills. They were all a little bit grindier and longer than that. But yeah, I mean, just a great league all around. The deck was strong. It was fun. We got the trophy. So, perfect league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.